sentencing now. Oh yeah, Mike. Oh yeah.
I remember I asked you I was like, when we were graduating, I was like, Aaron, what's that high voice called? You're like falsetto. I was like, oh yeah. We were literally in our graduation chairs and I asked you that, but yeah, that
I
Nick
don't
Patera,
remember
dude.
that. High school was a blur. I remember there was a lot of emotions, a lot of weird times.
Yeah. Do you remember? I was talking about this. Fuck, let's do a joke before I go on about this stuff. Did you do the last
Too much
one or did
seriousness.
I? Okay, so I was sitting in class one time in college, and I know you're a huge fan of vests.
Fuck vests.
We've established this previously. Looking dapper like a... What rhymes with dapper? Dapper like a napper. I'm taking a nap and I am dap. But yeah, I was sitting in class and I look over. I thought you just gave me a head shake. Like, no.
Nope. It was just such a quick snap that you could... Boop, boop.
The corner of my eye, I got it. I was like, oh, I do not approve of you, son.
Oh, how dare you? How dare you insult my family?
Oh, my honor, you lack the discipline. That was stuck in my head for like 15 years because that was the stumbling block of my life. There's so much truth to it, just lacking discipline. Like, you know what you need to do, and you're not fucking doing it.
Yeah.
You lack the discipline.
And that's why I appreciate Japanese culture. It's almost scary how disciplined they are.
It is.
Like, you can just imagine that the father of each family just has no room for kids being kids. It's just, you work, no play.
Yeah. Yeah, I was sitting next to my friend in class and I look over and he's got this vest on and it looked real sharp on him. I was like, oh, nice vest. And he's like, thanks. I stole it from Macy's.
Stole it? Ooh. That was kind of a thing. There was a lot of kids around our age that would steal stuff. It was like, they're like, yeah, I don't even really like stuff that I steal sometimes. It was just like this klepto phase that kids went through. They're like, can I
Yeah.
get away with it? Because there was like, at least at the Diamond Run Mall, like, they would take you into the little room. So I'm told. I don't steal. Actually, the one time I almost stole and didn't realize it, I just walked out without paying because I had stood in line for so long to buy a drink that I went back and forth between like the chips and the candy and waiting in line that I forgot that I didn't pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I actually went back and paid. Like, I had rode my bike like a quarter mile away and I was like, oh, I didn't pay. Like, I could have got away with it, but I still went back and paid for it.
I've stolen very few things in my life. Once was like a candy bar when I was a kid that my mom wouldn't buy for me at the checkout. And then I like took it out when we were in the parking lot. She's like, where did you bring that back in right now? But I remember in tech school, remember the kid who blew his fingers off who was so good at guitar?
Yes.
He would come in and like have stuff for sale that he had stolen. And then he would talk about how easy it was to steal from Walmart.
I was with somebody that stole from Walmart one time and I didn't. So it actually played out nicely for him because they aren't gonna, when they see the other dude buying stuff, they're just assuming that the other one didn't take anything. But
yeah.
It was like he made off with like 6 bandanas. Like, we all used to wear like tie bandanas around our heads or whatever, and he made off with 6 of them. I paid for one.
Sucker.
I guess so.
Yeah. Do you want to? Do you got one there, Brev?
I do, but I don't have the list, so I don't. Do you have the keeps of Googles on there so I can look real quick? Or
I'd have to go to my web browser on my phone because it's not installed on here.
Negative.
It was on that phone. Oh, you record a discipline.
A record of discipline. I lack the memory. Getting too old to remember shit.
All right, so that's okay. I've got quite a bit of funny stuff, and then we can do a bunch of years next time. What I wanted to do actually was get like either a TV where we could have like a PowerPoint of like the stuff that we're gonna do, and we can like click through it.
Like a news broadcast. This just in. Funny material.
Yeah, no, it'd be cool to have a list so that we don't have to like look at our phones like up on the wall somewhere. If it's just like a chalkboard or
a chalkboard. Nice dry erase board, right?
Oh yeah, you could dry erase it on that freaking.
Well, actually, can you see over there?
I do declare.
I do declare.
I can see this side. I'll do my list on this front, and you do your list on that side.
Mr. Cookies, I do declare.
I love your take on that accent because I haven't heard it that way before. Miss Piggy. I'm going howgratting.
I imagine in my head a delicate Southern belle.
I love it, dude. I saw videos. I was like watching videos all over the country last winter because I was like, winter sucks. I want to move somewhere warmer. And down in Charleston, South Carolina, I already lost my train of thought. You said something about something. Southern Belle. Mm-hmm. Everybody down there they have like the most beautiful tans and like dressed in like more proper clothes because it's like a little more religion and stuff. And yeah, so it reminds me of Southern Belle. But okay, so
bells everywhere. Beauty and the Beast Belle, Southern Belle.
All right, I'll give you actually a choice.
Can we talk about Taco Bell now?
Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
Excuse me.
Excuse me?
Baking powder.
What? I can't hear you.
What? I haven't heard that one.
I've got an ear infection.
I've never laughed that hard where I throw my head back. That's what Bobby Lee does.
Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee. So that was so bad. I'm so bad at it that I throw in too many adadadoos sometimes. Dude, accents are funnier than jokes. There's not even close. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh no, you didn't. You gotta do this at the same time. You had a good insight to that. It was like, you gave me a good tip when I had trouble doing that accent. You said that there's like some like mild disappointment and then like annoyance or something together. I forget what it was.
Oh, sass. We were trying to define sass, and I was like, you gotta be a little naughty with it.
Mm-hmm. I bet you would like to slap my ass.
Like a little condescending, like.
Yes, it's yes. You're really good at that.
I've been knowing.
Dude, accents are the best ever. Oh my god. I've been knowing. Oh my god, it's so funny. Oh shit. That was a bad one. They don't go brew brew.
Brew, 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 brew.
My car want a statue. A brew, brew.
Brew, brew. That is not Japanese, because I can say, as the owner of a Subaru,
they always
fiance owning a Toyota.
I got a Toyota.
You got a Yoder bomber. I'll tell you what, those motherfuckers turn over no matter what.
A thunker thunked it.
Ride them hard and put them away wet, and they're ready to go again.
Slap them on the ass and get them going again.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I need to learn more of that one. Okay, I'll give you choices.
Oh, choices.
Oh, a choice. So we've got me and Jeff's turkey sound. Choice A.
Wait. You and Jeff's Turkey Town?
Sound.
Okay.
You remember old Jeffrey Niley?
Oh, yeah.
We were buds.
Nisley, yeah.
We did pirate drawings a lot in school for fun.
Arr.
Yeah. But, so yeah, me and Jeff's turkey sound. And Then the brown sugar groped me at RPI.
Oh, this is interesting.
Very interesting.
Those are completely different, but I want to know about this brown sugar groping you.
Oh, let me tell you, that brown sugar is sweet. Let me tell you something.
Still got the molasses.
Oh, I do declare.
That's what makes it brown.
That's what makes it brown. That's more that Cleveland. I like that one too.
I love you, Miriam, but what you did is unforgivable. Junior.
Oops, I clipped out. Yeah, so I was at a party at my first college I went to. It was a sweet party. They had gin bucket. They had like a horse feeding trough of gin bucket.
Whoa.
I forget what it even was. All I know, it was like there's like this much alcohol in the bottom of the giant trough, or maybe more, and ice and just like lemon slices. And that shit got you fucked up. Like,
see, where I was, they called it jungle juice, and it was in a one of those large plastic tubs.
Yeah. Oh, jungle juice. I never knew that was the same thing. Okay.
Well, I mean, I think jungle juice is just like the young adult version of a graveyard. You just pour everything in it.
Oh.
You remember when you were a kid? They called it a. Did they call it?
No,
a graveyard?
I don't have.
Where you mixed all the sodas.
I used to just buy beer and drink alone and watch anime, so I don't have as much social alcohol context as you.
Yeah, I did way too much socializing. I think. Okay. Teenage years. College.
Yeah.
Adult years.
Oh, so mine was like teenage years, college, adult years. I'm getting my silliness out now. Like, I'm finally, as a kid, I hated pretending, playing pretend. I thought it was dumb. I never got it. Now I get it. It's fun.
Yeah.
To do stuff like that.
You missed out, fella.
I was like an adult as a kid.
Imagination.
Oh. But yeah, so I was at this party. I was drinking. It basically was that alcohol where it's like, it's very strong, but it doesn't even taste like alcohol at all. You know? So it's like, but anyway, so I was having some drinks, walking around this party, and I go down these stairs, and there's a little brown sugar sitting at the bottom of the stairs.
She beckoning to you?
She was beckoning.
She batting her eyelashes at you?
If I had paid more attention,
you would have seen it.
Maybe I would have seen it, but it's hard to. Oh my God, I still have trouble with like eye contact these days, but back then it was totally hopeless. Like not even close. But,
I don't like eye contact either, and it's not because I was a shy person. It's just it's something too direct.
So
it
personal.
Yeah.
But so I go down these stairs. I do declare.
I went down them stairs,
and I feel a little something on my honey.
You felt to pinch upon your buttocks.
And I turn around, and what do I see but this pretty little brown sugar sitting there on those bottom stairs. And I was so socially retarded at the time that I was like, what the fuck was that? And then I just like I sort of had a...
Did you just pick something off my pants?
Oh my God. But man, if that happened to me these days, I'd be like, hey girl, like... I'd sit down next to her. I'd be like, oh, I can definitely at least put my arm around her, like, for sure.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Tame yourself.
Right?
Arm around her?
But back then I was like, oh my God. Like I was just so nervous. I was like, oh my God, she likes me or something's happening. I'm going to go walk away because I'm like overwhelmed and I don't know what to do right now.
Yeah. Yep. He ran away.
But she was
blushing.
Cute. No, I don't think I was blushing. I was just confused. I was just a confused young boy. I spent all my teenage years playing Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
I had zero social ability. So
rough.
Yeah, it's too bad. She was cute, you know. It would have been cool.
If you're watching.
Yeah. And you're still hot.
Brown sugar, where are you?
Where are you, my sugar? Probably off Haugraden somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Nah, yo, how you blew it.
Oh my god. There's this kid at the party who, like, back then weed wasn't legal anywhere in the United States.
Mm-hmm. I
And
remember
so
those days.
it was more fun back then. And so a kid had brought like a joint to the party, and he went out back to smoke it, and like a circle of people had assembled around him that somehow knew he had a joint.
You can smell it.
And he gave a speech for about 5 or 10 minutes, it felt like, about how he brought the weed and he didn't want it spread out around too many people. And this is your chance to leave the circle unless you really want it and really need some weed right now. This went on for like 10 minutes.
Just fucking like,
Right?
walk a block away, dude. If you're gonna be that
my
stupid,
God.
you don't bring things to a party not to share.
I'll never forget it was like torture, because it's like just kept going on and on, like a woman, but no. But he's anyway, we smoked it, and then I was already so drunk that I started being like tipsy from the weed alcohol combo.
Mm.
I remember walking home after that and like just having trouble walking, like staying upright, and
Oof.
it wasn't.
Oof.
Yeah, he was like, oh. And I don't know if it was just the alcohol, because I was walking fine before the weed, so I don't know. I didn't really know that could happen with that combination.
Mm-hmm. You got tipsy.
Yeah, man. Someday I'll get my liver back health, and I'll be able to drink again.
I have no desire to.
It's a good health goal, like getting healthy so I can drink.
It's a good health goal, I'm bringing my liver back so I can knock it down.
Yeah.
Hey, take it easy. Don't get too into yourself.
I mean, for real though, like, God, I love drinking so much. It sucks not being able to. But all right, you ready for a turkey sound?
Yep.
All right, get ready. I don't know if I figured this out or Jeff figured it out. I think I figured it out. I'm not sure. Okay, this is going to be embarrassing. I'm going to push through it. Pretty good, right?
You can just use your tongue, right?
That's not as funny looking.
No, it's not. No.
But I am glad to know that alternate technique now.
You don't have to have Parkinson's. Oh, I'm done. I can't. Let's end it on a high note. Nothing's gonna beat that.
Dude, funny noises, there's nothing better. Nothing better. Nothing better than funny. I'm gonna call me some turkeys, I tell you what.
I kind of want you to teach that to my son before we leave.
Definitely. But right. So Haugraden. I just got down to the list on there, but we already did that one.
Haugraden.
Haug. All right. So there was let's actually skip to this one because it's funnier. When you wear a shirt with no pants, and the shirt is just long enough to cover what possibly could be like your private areas.
A nightgown.
Well, so it's funny because like being in public, you could have underwear on, but people can't tell. It looks like you could just have a shirt on with nothing underneath it.
I've seen this. This is like a popular female thing for a while. They would just wear like oversized sweaters that came like down to mid-thigh. And you're like, what's going on under there?
It's definitely funny though, especially probably more funny for a guy to do that. So it's like you don't know what's under there. Like it could be free, it could be enclosed. It just looks funny. You don't know what's going on down there.
What is? Oh yeah, nudie booty. Are you nudie booty under that kilt, or are you got the underwear?
Underwear.
Underwear.
I lost my rolling tongue.
Underwear.
Okay, here's another one, and then maybe I'll bring up the list on here so we can. I guess it doesn't matter that much, but let's see. So I noticed that you know how there's the short Schadenfreude or whatever.
Say again, Sonny.
Schadenfreude. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. I forget what that's from. It's from something. It's hilarious.
Is that Old Greg? Sounds like Old Greg.
What's Old Greg from?
What? No, Old Greg is the thing.
Oh,
He's like this weird green. You gotta bring it up.
Let's bring it up.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
Because I have all these things that I quote that I know were funny. I just don't even remember what they're from. Don't apologize.
That sounds exactly like him. I wonder if it is.
Yeah, because my friends were like, "Oh, that kind of sounds like Greased Up Deaf Guy," and I was like, "Oh, I don't think it was from him though, but it does sound like him." Old Greg.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Top it. There it is.
What is that?
I've got something. I've got something. Come to Papa Moon. That's it. Come on. Oh. Oh.
Oh, the ghost. Reminds me of SpongeBob ghost.
I know, yeah.
What's his name?
Hi there.
Hi there.
Who are you?
I'm old Greg. Pleased to meet you.
What do you want?
Maybe I should ask you the same question. What you doing in my waters?
Just taking the air, you know. Not fishing.
But then how come this hook's in my head, fool?
It's nothing to do with me, sir.
It's attached to your rod, mother liquor.
Don't kill me. I've got so much to give.
Easy now, fuzzy little man Peach. You ever drunk Baileys from a shoe?
What?
You wanna come to a club where people wee on each other?
No.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Excuse me.
I like you. What do you think of me?
I don't rightly know, sir.
Make an assessment.
I think you're a nice, modern gentleman.
Don't lie to me, boy.
I'm not lying.
I know what you're thinking. Here comes old Greg. He's a scaly manfish. You don't know me. You don't know what I got. I got something to show you. You know what that is? That's old Greg's vagina. I got a mangina.
Oh my god, that accent is
Oh,
amazing.
great.
He didn't say I do apologize.
Well,
though.
there's
more of 'em?
There's more of them, yeah.
Dude, I'm glad we stumbled upon that. Dude, that's one of the funniest accents I've ever heard.
It's weird. He's weird. The whole thing's weird. I'm surprised you never saw that. That's
think
like of our
probably-
internet age in the high school where everything was just ridiculous all the time.
Oh, those were such good days, dude. When the internet was free,
Mm-hmm.
unbounded by society.
Firewall, what's that?
Oh, Gregory. Shit. I kind of want to take a quick break.
Yeah, I got a tinkle.
Yeah. And I've got some.
There you go. Those perfect claps.
I'm gonna sing like that every time I pee now.
Look at that.
That's how good it feels. I do apologize.
I do apologize.
Apologize.
Oh, there's a bee on the flower. Don't sting my pecker. Oh, he's getting real close. Ooh. That was scary.
Uh-oh. Reggie?
Reggie? My ring-a-ring.
That almost sounds like Japanese Scooby-Doo.
Oh, Reggie. My ring-a-ring. You smell some strawberries? It's false strawberries. They're not really there. Sorry if I'm making...
Oh, yeah, I was talking about Schadenfreude. It's the German word for meaning taking pleasure when other people hurt themselves or get hurt.
Oh, okay.
You know how it's funny, like sometimes when someone like falls over.
Yeah, I follow Instagram pages. Kids getting hurt is great.
That's great.
And then there's like chicks who slam.
There was a brown sugar I would have slammed if I do declare. Dude, like we were saying with the fire pole, all those girls with the ones they put in their own house that's not that sturdy and that falls over when they're spinning on it.
Yep.
So funny. But yeah, that's Schadenfreude. So I realized there's an extension to that beyond just the physical, like getting hurt and falling and stuff. There's like, it can be really funny when people get hurt mentally because they'll do like this deep sigh. It's kind of like Napoleon Dynamite. It's like, oh, that can be really. So I was listening to the BBC News the other morning, and there was this woman reporter, and who was like out like on the scene talking back to like headquarters, who was like giving her report. You know, it was about Gaza or some whatever, and she was like really knowledgeable and doing a great job presenting, and like she had it like 99 out of 100 nailed. Like she was so good at what she was doing that like that made this what came from her seem so unlikely. Like it caught her off guard because she seemed like such a pro before this moment. But the interviewer asked her one question that I guess I don't know whatever, but like after she asked it, she goes, like literally like that long. Like she
Definitely a Napoleon moment.
She did not want to be asked that question. And I was like, that is hilarious.
Oh, fuck Israel. Anyhow.
I agree. I concur.
Yeah. It's so absurd that this is still happening, and it's like it's blatantly obvious what's going on.
They're the odd man out in the region. Everybody else is different than you. Just leave.
Well, the thing is like, it's genocide. They're just bombing. They have no regards for human life at all in Palestine.
No.
It's unbelievable. It feels like a fucking fever dream or something. I still, part of me is like, this can't be real. This can't be humans doing these things. But it is.
Yeah. I mean, they dehumanize. That's like the main way to achieve that. But yeah, anyway, that was funny. Because she was like such on top of her shit. Just to hear that from her was like...
well put together and just
so, like... So, it just destroyed her. He gets asked one question that like hit close to home. And she's just like, oh. Took her so long. It took her a solid 5 or 10 seconds to compose herself. And give like, you could tell she did not like that question.
Yeah.
It was so funny. But, yeah, those sides of Napoleon Dynamite, the first couple times I watched it, like, it was funny. But then, like, I watched it a third time, like, a year or two ago. And near the end, one of those sighs totally broke me. When he's just like, oh, geez. Like, just his, everything's in delivery. Like, I can't, but I couldn't stop laughing. It's...
Eat your food. Dana.
I could throw a pigskin over them mountains. If only coach would put me in the third quarter.
My favorite part of that movie is it's so nuanced, but it's like the best part is the awkward way that he swigs the Gatorade when he's after he's dancing and he meets LaFonda. He's like, been dancing. He does it so quick and like serious, and then he's like, oh, he's kind of like dripping out of his mouth.
Dude, his mannerisms kill me, dude.
Oh,
my favorite part before, like, because you change over the years and your favorite parts change. Mm-hmm. But like historically, years ago, my favorite part was, you're just jealous, Napoleon, because I've been talking to babes online all day. And besides,
I'm jealous, Napoleon.
We both know I'm trained to be a cage fighter. He's like, oh yeah, then hit me. Just try it, Napoleon. I love that part. That's my favorite dialogue.
Mm-hmm. He gets slapped to that. He's like,
And he runs.
Yeah.
The best mannerism. Dude, he's got the funniest mannerism since like Ace Ventura and Mike Myers, Austin Powers. For sure. And at least in that movie. Oh, I almost spilled it on my ball.
Spill your tea there.
Don't apologize.
Don't apologize.
Don't apologize.
Oh, Greg.
Let's do two. All right. So there's a quick mention and then a joke.
Okay.
So the quick mention, we could start like a grind my gears segment at some point. You know what really grinds my gears?
We gotta say something else though, because that's Family Guy.
It is. You know what really
Jerks my irk.
I was thinking of something that could crush your nuts but rhyme. I'll have to think about it. Jerks my people who say again when they aren't repeating something that they brought up before. They're like, and again, the reason I'm painting this car is because it's like, no, again, motherfucker, you didn't mention it before. I hate that, dude. They're trying to sound like smart or something. I don't know what it is. I hate it.
I've had to use that in a few work emails, and it's not good. Some people just have the memory of a goldfish.
Like
it's like, again.
Yeah, all right, so that's the grind my tears. Wind my ears. No,
you're just.
I'm just rhyme, just brainstorm rhymes. You know, you never know what's going to come out. If you don't let them out, there might be a good one you miss.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So we got to rhyme with gears and.
No, it just has to be something that you don't like and it rhymes. Like it bothers you.
Well,
somehow.
grinding gears doesn't rhyme. It's
got alliteration or something. Grind my gears. Yeah, that's alliteration.
So what? All right, we'll think of something.
Okay, so that pole, man, in the firehouse. Imagine how many girls you could fit on that pole.
Yeah, the titty totem pole. There's gold in them dire hills.
So here's the last one. I used to have a habit when I was a youngin', up until about 3rd or 4th grade, where I would pick my nose and wipe it right on my pants.
Gross.
Yeah. I'd never eat it, though. I was never a booger eater.
I mean, it's kind of respectful. If you're going to pick your nose, don't eat it and don't put it in a public place.
Yeah, that's it.
You
know. But, yeah, that was like... That's the only reason, because there was this kid... I do declare.
Y'all want the sweet tea?
I do declare so.
Come back now, you hear?
Miss Piggy is available. I was thinking about literally hog riding, though. Like you saddle up your hog and you go riding. It wasn't dirty at all. And that's the Miss Piggy.
Oh, thank you for clarifying.
Yeah.
Because I figured Miss Piggy was a female. And
I know. Mind in the gutter.
Mount your sow.
Exactly. That's how they did in the Middle Ages.
You know what really mounts my sow?
All right, that's the one unless we think of a better one at some point. There's this kid Jacob Covey. I'm gonna say his name. Fuck you, Jacob Covey.
Fuck you, Jacob.
Dude, like I didn't know him hardly. Like he was in my class all year in 4th grade, and like we weren't friends. We didn't talk. I would just like see him here and there.
He must have moved because there was no Jake. What? Jake Covey?
Jacob Covey. And
Coffee?
Covey, it sounds like.
Oh. Huh.
But I just remember
Covey.
He must have been one of them Frenchies.
One of them Frenchers.
Yeah, I can tell by the name.
You think you're fancy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Come from that Eiffel Tower area. Tell you what.
Oh my god. They are fancier over there though, unfortunately.
Ooey.
Oui, oui. It's funny how when they say yes, it means peeing in English. Oh shit. But anyway, the last day of class, like the topic got brought up that like, oh, this is the last day, and we're not going to see each other again, like in this way. We're moving on to different grades and not all of us are going to be together. And he so proudly and happily declared, like to my face, like, and the best part about it all is I never have to see you again, James. I was like, what did I do? I never even talked to you. The only thing I can think of is like wiping my boogers on my pants all year. That's the only thing I can think of. What, I don't know, but maybe because I was such like a little nerdling, maybe I was just like a super annoying little nerd and I didn't know it or something. I don't know.
Maybe he was just trying to be funny. Like you were the kid that stood out the least, so he was gonna be like, "Wow."
It's so embedded in my mind because I was so taken off guard by that. I was like,
That's a pretty harsh thing to say.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel bad. I was just like so like what? Like,
Who are you?
do I know you? Like I must have done something. But brother, is there anything else you'd like to mention?
Brother. Oh, it's funny that you say that because for the longest time, and I still on this hand have a small piece of lead in there, and I couldn't remember what happened. I remember asking to borrow a pencil. My memory was so foggy. This happened in like 2nd or 3rd grade. And I remember the incident. I remember getting someone holding up a pencil and me getting jabbed with a pencil and the lead breaking off, and I had to go to the nurse and they had to do whatever, and it's still in there. But I couldn't remember who did it and under what circumstances it happened. And I caught up with, like maybe a year ago, a classmate, and it was the person that did it. And she was like, yeah, you were being really annoying. And so you kept trying to grab my pencil, and finally I stuck it the point end at you, and you tried to grab it, but it was the wrong end to grab. And I was like, oh my God, that's what happened?
Oh.
It's like, thank you for filling in the blanks, and sorry I was so annoying that you decided to stab me with your pencil. She's like, yeah, I felt really bad. You had to go to the nurses and everything. I was like, yeah, I remember getting lead in my hand and having to go to the nurse's office, but I couldn't remember how that came about. And then all of a sudden, there was this clarification.
You said, but I thought you said she just said she held it out and you reached to grab it and got, I guess it was a mutual stabbing.
There was a stabbing, whether it was self-inflicted or not. There was lead that went in there.
There was lead. We talked about this before. So the pro wrestlers, we came up with my retard friends online. We came up with like a pro wrestler voice, where it's like brother.
Yeah,
and
very early '90s, late '80s.
But
Macho Man.
But we got it like exaggerated to a point to make it even funnier. Where it's not even like a wrestler voice. It kind of sounds like a constipated wrestler. And then we'd talk about how long it was since we had last shit. And like, you wouldn't be, like how you wouldn't be a good wrestler unless you held it in for at least a few weeks or something. Like, brother, you got to hold it in. And unless you let it, I haven't shit in 3 months, brother. You're never going to be as strong as me.
I believe we did say that.
Yeah,
it's ringing some bells.
Okay.
Constipation equals good wrestler.
Makes a funnier wrestler impersonation for sure. But let's end it there, mate. And
all right.
Cheers.
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 Clanky, clanky.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, I want a whore.